Erased is an anime on Netflix that I watched. It's still on there as of this review. This one is a pretty famous anime, I guess, because they even made like a live-action version, and there's a manga with 8 volumes, but I can't find them. But so I watched the anime, and it was really good. Erased is very similar to other storylines in which you imbue a little bit of fantasy into a crime thriller story. So this one is about our main character. He is basically has the power to go back in time for a couple of minutes. So it's kind of like early edition, you know, like in which so basically he'll be walking down the street and all of a sudden he'll have a deja vu moment. He'll go way back and then he'll find out he can stop an accident and someone dying within a certain amount of time. So it's a really great concept because our main character is basically doing it again in a parking lot, and Satoru, he ends up uncovering a crime that happened many years ago. So when tragedy befalls him, it ends up making him go back in time all the way back to when he was in like grade 5. So now he's like back in middle school, and he's trying to undo the events of the past to affect the future, but now he's doing it in the body of a young kid. So what's the concept is kind of like fantasy mixed with time travel, mixed with crime thriller. So there's a couple of Korean movies that also do this too. One of them's called The Phone. It's about a man who gets like a phone call from his wife from the past. So he like warns her of like the attempt on her life, so she survives, and it affects the future, but then like it's really twisted and like really unique. It's more based off concept than realism. And there's another one too about like a man who can like listen to events on the radio in the past. So there's like 2 Korean movies that already have a similar concept where you take a fantastical element and add it to a crime thriller. So this crime thriller story would be a serial killer essentially, and Satoru has to try to stop him or her. And it's just like a really interesting like mix of character development because we get a lot of memorable characters that are thrown in there. The pacing's perfect. It's only like a 12-episode series, but it had me hooked from the first episode, and the character development is so strong. The stakes are always at maximum height, and whenever the story starts to slow down, it changes, it adds a twist or it adds a different change of aspect to keep you interested. It's a very well developed anime. Definitely recommended. So definitely check out Erased.